EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Denver Broncos. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And incomplete to open things up. Jalen Hyatt was the intended target. And now it's second down. When you look at this Bronco defense, they're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run. I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done. Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. They'll set up the throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Third down is a key down in any game you play. Third down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 47-yard punt.
How did he get through there?
6. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
Oh. Let's see.
They go play action here on first down. That is incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory. And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain. This now a 3rd and 4. third down. Here's Williams. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They run. It's Williams. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't understand.
So 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Drew Sanders in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with good field position is facing 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held him, they might go for it again.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
70 Rangers. Mustang 19. Drop 50. Drop 60.
To throw on 3rd down. Jarrett. And that will be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need
That
it.
was weird.
No,
That
they
was
want it
weird.
more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
But you look at this Bronco defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
2nd and 7. Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another play action throw. He's going to
5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And now 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
But what did we talk about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Okay.
Here we go. Here
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up.
Ready, break. Broncos. Check mash, check mash.
Looking to throw. Jarrett. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Oh. Oh!
Touchdown, New York. He goes 52 yards on the punt return. And the Giants post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Oh!
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Jarrett. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll send the tight end in motion left. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. High and able to make the catch downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. He scored on a punt return, and now he's scored through the air. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From his end zone, Marvin Mims. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Jarrett. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kayvon Thibodeau showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
17.
Back to throw. Jarrett. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, Jarrett. He's got Dulcich going across the formation. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Throwing on 1st down. Jarrett. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
19 Lions. 18 Pioneer.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
60 Bobcats. Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 tight. 19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Dragon 60.
Back to throw again. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Giants are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Had the slant, didn't take the slant.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and find a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
This is taken at the 18. Gets by him at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And one of the linebackers has got it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 1st and 10, Jarrett escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And that will come
literally a bunch of bad passes.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. In motion right, that's Hyatt. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, New York.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now a play fake here on first down. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd and 4. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
You see them communicating after that play. They both know that they missed a shot for a touchdown on that throw.
Second and 10 now. 3rd quarter action in Denver. Barkley inside handoff.
I don't know who Ridley is.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game.
Fucking missing throws. Quarterback missing wide open guys.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
These are first downs are missing, man.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Like how am I missing
The
these
Broncos
throws?
onto the field ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance
How
to
you
get
miss
out of
that?
this situation.
How you
They
miss
also
that?
understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mustang 19.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jarrett, and this one's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense
How am I missing these throws?
into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Warriors 17.
On 3rd down, Jarrett. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier.
Oh my God.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
I had just the worst fucking fingers.
54 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete.
He's just had all day to throw.
Touchdown, New York.
He's just had all day to throw.
Great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Good Lord.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
What do you have?
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
See, he doesn't have
We haven't
under
exactly
pressure.
been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Off the play fake. Jarrett. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
19 Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. He's still on his feet. He's still
No
on
way.
his feet.
No way.
It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they
quarterback
get this
just
game in the
making
bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their
missing
coaches crazy because they're telling them
man.
play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys
Missing
be
too many
freewheeling
receivers.
now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Missing wide open players.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Take it to the house.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Operating from the gun, Jarrett. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jarrett. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw on 3rd down, Jarrett. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and a couple. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps, because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll send one of those two tight ends in motion. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add.
Where's my back? Where's my backer?
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Backer didn't want to show up, babe.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
I missed so many throws, though. Just easy throws. That's the problem. It's just
at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Okay, break. Dragon 60.
On first down, Jarrett. Flush to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing on first down. Jarrett eluding the pressure right. Bust through the tackle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Looking to throw. Jarrett. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now they'll audible to something else.
A first down carry for Barkley.
How? How did he not get that tackle?
Right there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 75 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
Now Saquon Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go to Barkley again. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. They find some open field here.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff as they run left side. Fighting through. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Stop short of the goal line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, it didn't let me get it.
And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
It didn't let me get that.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the
Then let
offseason,
me
and
get
what I mean
that.
by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go. Take that. Thank you.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one.
Inaccurate, huh?
Throw intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it. And the Giants will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.